Siblings of Pornstars, have you ever watched porn of your siblings and what was it like? My sister used to be a stripper and is in a Girls Gone Wild type of compilation video. My husband found her video. I have now seen my sister's butthole. I've also seen my sister's butthole. Not because she's in porn but because my sister's a weirdo and would ask me to help her wax her asshole. Thanks, this is somehow exactly what I expect from someone with the username upumami4life420. Not a sibling of one, but I am a cousin of Dakota Sky. And it's weird as shit. I like Dakota. Smile. Not you. Get out of here. Frown. Not a sibling, sorry op, but it is my cousin. I had no idea she is a somewhat popular porn star. Front page and everything. It was funny bringing my boyfriend to a Christmas family party and he instantly recognized her. So that's how I found out. Edit for those who are asking, smile. Me and my man are pretty close, so almost immediately when he saw her he whispered it in my ear. I of course believe him, as I was wondering why a 20-year-old was bringing a 50-yo guy to the party as her boyfriend. It clicked. Side story, me and my so were watching porn together, for science of course. We happened to see her on the front page again, clicked on it. I can confirm tiny girls make the dick look bigger. I want to hear more about this story. Well, her cable was out and a guy came over to fix the cable. Don't be fatuous, Jeffrey. After Veronica Rodriguez had been doing porn for a few years, her sister Katya Rodriguez got into the industry too, and they've actually done some scenes together. Edit 1, yes, they are actually real half-sisters. Same dad, different moms. Here's Katya talking about it. Here's Veronica wishing her lil sis a happy birthday. And here's this. Edit 2, scenes were filmed in France, where incest is legal. Pornhub keeps making it unavailable in the US, but people keep reposting it because people are great. Edit 3, sauce. Edit 4, holy smokes, thanks for my first gold. Ah, I always love families doing activities together. A family that lays together, stays together. My best friend from high school stumbled across a film of his parents ducking. All of the computers in his house had a file share folder between each of the family computers. For some reason it was just sitting in that file share folder. A show of dominance. The virgin child v. the Chad parents. Honey, here is the part where we made you. Everything dripping out could have been you, but you're still inside your mom, as she shows here with her gape. Stop the internet, I want to get off. Once you bored, you can't get off. This is the way. Edit, my first silver. Thank you for the silver, kind Redditor. Redditors, why is incest a popular category in porn? Also Redditors, everything in this thread. Edit for all those asking about my weenus, the most exciting update today is rubbing it on my sister in honor of this thread. Not me directly, but I worked in the porn industry for years and was on set a number of times when there'd be a sibling on set. Usually it'd be a new actress who'd bring her sister along, I guess for support. But it'd be amusing to see their reaction to watching their sibling having sex in front of them. There were also lots of stories from the performers about a sibling finding out for the first time that they were doing adult movies. I remember one actress telling me she had gotten a call from her brother that he was at a bachelor party with friends and all of a sudden there's his sister sucking dick on screen. He's mortified and trying to turn it off while the rest of them think it's the greatest thing they've seen in their lives. I'm sure now in the day of internet porn it happens a lot. Of course there were also examples of siblings in the business together. Tara Tommy Monroe. Buck Adams Amber Lynn. Etc. Edit, I also remember one time a brand new girl brought her dad along. He waited outside. It was still pretty weird. My biggest question is what kind of people decide to watch porn as a group activity? A bachelor party that can't afford a stripper. I remember that fabulous story on AskReddit where a guy described a particular bachelor party that had the guys situated in a cheap-ass motel room and the fine movie The Adventures of Buttman and Throbbin was on. Occasionally, one or another of the guys would visit the bathroom, jerk off and rejoin the party. Not quite what you are asking, but I will share my story. A few years ago my older brother messaged me and explained he found some compromising pictures of me on some porn sites. I was super worried and embarrassed. I have never done any kind of porn but was still irrationally concerned that somehow nude pictures of me got out. He sent me a link to these pictures and this person looks identical to me. Has the same haircut, same facial structure, eye color, exact same body shape, everything is the same down to a mole in the same place on the face. I was freaking out initially, thinking that maybe I was drugged and forced to do this? Or that my memory was wiped after having done porn? So I started looking for this person to see if I could find more stuff they were in. The initial site was incest porn, so I searched through all the incest porn in the world. Found a few videos and was finally able to convince my brother and myself it wasn't me only because this dude's dick was way bigger than mine. Edit, this sister ducking fiend is now referred to as my doppelganger. The balls on your brother, to send a video of a look-alike of you from an incest porn site. The balls on you for mentioning his brother's balls. Great. Now I can't stop thinking about his brother's balls. Since this seems to be straying into close to sibling territory, I'll chime in. This was my sister's best friend in HS. She'd been over at my house, done sleepovers, hung out, I knew her well. She and my sister were pretty tight. Anyway, I am home from college one summer, maybe I was like 21? Whatever, after a night at the bars with some friends and one has the brilliant idea to go to an adult bookstore. This was late 80s, for reference sake. We go in, and everyone's joking around, looking at the stuff. I go over to a rack of magazines and lo and behold, there's my sister's best friend on the cover of Gent. Now, I didn't know what the hell even Gent was, but of course I look. It turns out that Gent is a magazine dedicated to women with enormous tits, and she had some enormous tits. I am amazed at what I see. Here's this girl I've known since we were both little kids, naked and spread all over the glossy pages of this smut rag. Turns out she did a few other mags and some videos. This was when VHS was starting to really take off. It turns out that she was very popular and her images and videos are floating around the internet even today. Did your blood run cold? His memory had just been sold. My angel is a centerfold. Angel is a centerfold. I've seen a sex tape from my parents off of an old phone they gave to my little brother as his first phone. Luckily, or maybe unluckily, I saw it before he had the chance, so it was only I who suffered. I know a girl that goes to my school whose sister is Naomi Woods, and we both agree that she was better in her scenes before her plastic surgery. A longtime friend gave me an external hard drive to put the footage I shot of her wedding on, and, while doing so, I found a pretty explicit sex tape of her and her new husband from a few years ago while they were dating. It was just right there, not hidden at all. It was surreal to watch, 'cause she's been like a sister to me for over 10 years. Not super arousing, more like a peek behind the curtain. Years ago when she was in high school, when I really knew her, she and her friends used to be the kind of girls who didn't curse or talk about sex, but now I've seen her butthole and seen her sucking dick. Never planning to tell her I saw that. It would only be awkward. Life's weird sometimes. It was just right there, in a 10-deep stack of folders, in a further hidden folder labeled boring tax stuff don't open, not hidden at all. In the bottom of a locked filing cabinet stuck in a disused lavatory with a sign on the door saying beware of the leopard. It's not as if it's a particularly nice house. I swear, whenever I read similar AskReddit question I can only think of Op sitting behind PC and salivating over the answers and masturbating. Rip my inbox, from 2000 karma to 8000. Must be more awkward for identical twins, 'cause now lots of people have seen the innocent one makes. Like Phoebe and Ursula on Friends. My wife is an identical twin. Strangely, even though I technically know what her sister looks like naked and doing the deed, it doesn't really register. There thankfully seems to be some kind of mental barrier there that keeps me from thinking of her sexually. I hope the same can be said about her husband, and that he doesn't imagine Hess ducking my wife when Hess fucking her twin sister. Actually, it's fine if he thinks that as long as he doesn't talk about it. I realize the scripts are all made up as I said to myself she's lying, that's not her brother, I am. Don't even get me started on the previous scene, that wasn't even our dad. I just realized I've been lied to my whole life.